Yeah, saw that happening. Thank you very much, boys. P5! Not bad for a start from the pit lane. What is up? Welcome in, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to LMU, yes, Le Mans Ultimate. Now, I was inspired the other day as I was watching a fellow creator, Reverent SimRacing. If you know me, I'm sure you know him. And he was doing the Mustang Challenge on the beginner series of LMU. So I thought, let's see what we can do versus his time. Now, he managed to not quite get into the 46s. A little spoiler we did. Sorry, Rev. But yeah, we're just basically going to have some fun. It was not the smoothest of races. We had some great pace, but yeah, things were just sort of conspiring against us at the beginning, mostly my own stupidity. But enough of my waffle, let us jump onto the grid for this rather eventful Mustang Challenge. Right, welcome to Portimao. Yes, it is me, VoiceOver Nick here, and we're just going to run through a little bit of qualifying while we wait for the green. So, after speeding in the pit lane on exit because we are idiots and let go of the pit limiter too early, we set a banker lap of a 1:47.3. However, we managed to get up about 3/10 coming through the first sector. We set a purple middle sector, and as we come around the long sweeping right-hander, we dipped all of our wheels just off track, annoyingly, mudding the lap and throwing away a 1:36.5. So yeah, great start to this one, but as we're prepared to go green, we're going to have a bit more of an issue here.
Formation lap has started.
P2's not here. Oh, I've not got any force feedback. Fuck. Alright. Still not got any force feedback. Right, now I have force feedback. Okay, cool, so we're throwing away a good start now. Okay, so even after qualifying P3 and inheriting P2, we still managed to mess it up and forget to check to make sure we have force feedback before we start. And yes, I know what you're saying, I need to map the force feedback reset button. I still haven't done it, so we find ourselves trundling down the pit lane and waiting for everyone else to have a nice fun race start, and we will have to start from the very back.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, this is annoying. Well, we've got pace, we know we got that. There's some drive-throughs we're going to benefit from, probably to do with me being out of position. Now, I don't know if you've had to do this, but god damn, this wait feels like it's lost forever. Come on. Come on. Right, now we've got 10 seconds to make up, plus just before we're even in contention. We should be getting a couple back because of the drive-throughs, so let's just head down, see if we can get up to the back of them ASAP. Now that yellow flag that popped on screen was just a couple of people here getting a little bit argy-bargy into the left-hander, so we should be catching with these guys soon. We know we've got pace, so, you know, we're not too worried. It's annoying, but it's what it is at the end of the day. There's no point worrying about it now. Just remember, boys and girls, make sure if you do LMU, you have force feedback before the start of the race. I did, and then I changed fuel level, and then I didn't. So, always double check. There is a way of mapping force feedback, like on-off, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Now, the eagle-eyed among you would have probably spotted this chap right here on the left-hand side. Now, he had a mega off here through the double right-hander. His car just completely snaps on him. He has a mega shunt off into the barrier. He then tries to reverse his way back onto the racetrack. Sets away as we are coming through here, but his car is all kinds of broken, as you would imagine, and even this low speed going up the hill. Loses the back, spits him out, and yeah, he calls it a day there. Now, as we come to close out the first lap, we do exactly the same thing we did in qualifying, just using a little bit too much of the outside curb in there, and we get a little 0.25. Oh, come on. As you can see, I'm quite displeased by that. We do get a couple of places through drive-throughs, though. Ever so slightly wide there, that's a bit rude. So we close out our first lap here. We are within sight of the next guy, so we're going to be focusing on trying to hunt him down now. Coming through the double right-hander where we had to pay respects to the yellow Mustang last lap, the guy in front, the sort of black and gold one, does what a lot of people do and just asks a bit too much of the rears coming up the hill. So another freebie. Another freebie, thank you. Exactly. Closing out lap 2, we get another free position for a drive-through once again. Oh, another drive-through. Thank you very much. Almost into P10. And coming into this downhill left-hander, we're getting a nice view of the next pack up the road. This is the guys we're going to be looking at. This is the top 10 position with these guys. Trying to get a nice smooth exit out of that corner. We post a purple middle sector. Fastest of anyone in the lobby so far, so we're really putting in some pace here. And we get another freebie as we cross the top of the hill, meaning we've gone from pit lane to P10 in 3 laps. Another freebie off to the left, thank you very much. And much like the black and gold Mustang before, this was just a case of asking too much from the rear tyres. It was offline, probably a little bit dirty. I think he had a bit of an incident before this as well, and yeah, just asking a little bit too much there, but we slide through for the reposition, thank you very much. And closing out lap 3, we get one more freebie with someone forgetting to add fuel. You hate to see it. Someone forgot to add fuel. And thanks to that purple middle sector, we're about to post a 1:46.9. There you go, Rev Gaunt is thrown. We'll take that, 46.9 race pace. Now you can see we've closed right up onto the back of this group here. They've been fighting pretty tough up until this point, so normally this is where I'm starting to strategise about what we're going to be doing. Right, now we're getting into the fight. See what we can get done here. Yeah, see, so I'm just thinking, like, these guys have been fighting pretty tough. I don't really want to start lunging, because you can spook them quite easily. Just going to play it cool and see if these guys can sort of get themselves out of our way. So as you can see, we've definitely got the pace advantage. We've closed onto the back of them. We had a purple first sector, but middle sector we're down nearly a second. All we're going to try and do is sort of sit close, have a look at see what's going on, and see if we can maybe lunge on any opportunities should they appear. Oh, we sneak up as well. We can. 2 foot. So we're 3 wide at parts here, really paying attention to the radar. Don't want my race ruined here after we've had such a good run, but just trying to keep alongside as much as I can. That was naughty. That was very naughty. I did feel I was pushed off a little bit there. We'll check the replay. It turns out it wasn't the case, but, you know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he understeered, but he very much just drove me off the track. That's weaving, sir. That is weaving. So, thinking of lining up a lunge here down into turn 1. Not really alongside enough to warrant that, so we're going to back out. Try and carry the momentum through, see if we can get in towards turn 3. He does a good job holding his car to the right-hand side, so we're going to try and juke to the outside, get the cut back. It's all getting very messy. All getting very messy. Come on, boys, calm down. Calm down, boys, calm down. Come on. Yeah, it all got a bit messy there. We did gain 1 position, but we've also picked up a fair bit of front-end damage as well, so not ideal. Very, very messy. Very, very messy indeed. Not good for the safety rating, that. Got a little bit of front aero damage as well. But it's done. Calm down. We'll get on with it. So, jumping back to the top of the hill, you can see I thought I was much more alongside than I was, and sort of allowing a space on the outside, but it was really only the sort of the front end of my splitter that was alongside, so no issue with him sort of taking his line through there. Coming down into turn 1, we hold it tight, we try and juke to the outside. The black and gold Mustang misses his braking point completely, punts the yellow one in the way. I'm not expecting the black and gold to be there, so we clout him. Yellow one lights up the rear, spins back in front of us, nothing we can do. Like I said in the race, at this point there's not really much to do about worrying about it. It's happened, just got to make do. We've got to focus on getting off the back of the black Mustang ahead. As you can see, by the end of the lap we are pretty close again. We're going to be lining up another move here shortly, just trying to keep on the back of this guy, see if we can maybe get the suck down the main straight. However, he goes a bit wide there coming through the penultimate corner, so we're able to sneak it up the inside, going 2x2 as we come down the final corner here. Lifting to keep the nose tight so we don't wash out too wide. Just enough space left on the inside for me. He drifts out wide, getting on the power a bit too early. Oh, that was a bit sketch, but we left him more than enough space on the outside. We should have just enough just to nose ahead, just coming down to turn 1, and that's the job done. However, now we're coming down into another hard braking point, so we're going to be keeping an eye out, see if he is going to be making a lunge. He doesn't, but he does narrowly miss the back end of us. Whoa. Hello, sir. That was a little bit of twitchy bum time there, but thankfully that is move done. And if we jump out to chopper cam, we can see just how close he came to rear-ending us there. Millimetres between his splitter and our diffuser. We have what is a back marker here, but Smooth Brain Me doesn't actually realise this at this point. Doesn't check the relative of the bottom left-hand corner and just gets very confused by what he's doing. Oh, how slow do you want to go? Yeah, so we're just going to be stuck behind this guy for a bit, because although he's a back marker, he's not really doing anything to get out the way, to be honest. So he doesn't have to, but he should make his sort of intentions a bit clearer. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What are you doing? Oh, you're a back marker. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, no, he was. Yeah, he was. That took far too long for me to work out, but glad we're now back on the same page, me. Well done. Okay, was a little bit confusing. Partly my fault for not really paying attention to who he was. But it wasn't really doing much to communicate getting out of the way. I need to stop talking and actually start racing. So as we finish out lap 6, we're about 5 seconds behind the pair in front. The aim is over the next couple of laps just to be nice, consistent and quick, and see how quickly we can close this gap in. We're taking about a second a lap off over sort of the course of lap 7, 8, and towards the end of lap 9. As you can see here, we are right on the back within a second of these two now, so hopefully P5 could be on at this rate. Come on, top 5, surely. How long we got? 2 laps. Now, like with the other pair that we encountered earlier, I'm just going to be sort of hanging back a little bit, trying to figure out what they're doing. They've been squabbling for quite a while, and we are near the end of the race here, so people are going to be a bit more reckless. One of them goes a bit deep as we come through the left-hander, and we're going to be right in amongst it here. Right, we're right in about these people now. And you're about to see why I like to take my time when I arrive to the back of a battle, because, yeah, saw that happening. Thank you very much, boys. Yeah, more often than not, you end up sort of catching things like that, and we'll take the double freebie. Thank you very much. P5! Not bad for starting from the pit lane. And that was about it, really. Not much else happened in the rest of this race. We close up a little bit more onto P4. We get about 5 seconds away at the checkered flag, so a little bit more time gained there. A couple more laps, we might have found something, but we were overdriving the last sort of lap or so, so nothing really there to write home about. But a lot of fun. Thank you very much to Reverent SimRacing for inspiring me to actually take part in this one. If you haven't seen him, do go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, a lot of fun. Portmail's quickly becoming a favourite of mine. When you start fiddling with the TC angle and slip, you can get some pretty quick times, and obviously the Mustang is always a favourite with that thunderous V8 sounds. But yeah, we'll just come around here to close this one out here. It's been a good race, and hopefully we'll get a lot more of these done on the channel soon. There's no pick up and off track right at the end. Right, well there we go, boys. From last to P5. Near bad that. Near bad that at all. Helped on my way by a few people getting a bit silly. And that leaves me just to say one more thing. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy that, please click the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.